Whitemane? We'll check out Whitemane, why not?
This is the best Cataclysm private server overall right now. It is not the best scripted and it has issues, but there is none even close to Whitemane's Maelstrom. It's been 1 month and 1 week since Whitemane launched its fresh Cataclysm server. I was waiting until we had everything, PvP season and raids out, to be able to do a full review with all that this expansion has to offer. I made a video on the launch experience on the server over a month ago, so I will not touch on that anymore, and things have changed since, mostly for better. Maelstrom by Whitemane is a progressive Cataclysm server. The expansion's content is released step by step according to a schedule you can find on their website. It is not your average Blizz-like server. Whitemane implemented many quality of life features to make gameplay better, including automatic spell learning, flight paths unlocked, racial shift for you to be able to get the racial abilities of a different race, personal arena rating, and my favorite, a complete cross-faction gameplay. Almost every single thing in the game is doable with the members of the enemy faction. Raids, battlegrounds, arenas, even guilds. Doesn't matter what faction you are, you can play it all with anyone. Whitemane is a PvP server, and despite cross-faction, the world PvP is still preserved. Just to clarify, because many people get this confused, there are two main types of servers, PvP and normal. It's not PvP and PvE type. PvP server only means that you are automatically flagged for PvP in contested zones, while on normal servers you are not. It doesn't mean that the server would focus on PvP more than PvE. There's absolutely a ton of PvE going on Whitemane. The experience rates are ×3 by default. Levels between 60 and 80 you can completely skip if you want to. You will receive a mail in your mailbox upon reaching level 60, in which you will receive the level skip. Also profession skip if you skill professions, and gear for level 80. You can also boost these by purchasing an XP boost from Donate Shop on the website. I leveled mostly through Battlegrounds, which were super active days after the launch, and even now you can still see people in BGs even on low levels. Battlegrounds give a lot of XP. It is about 3 levels per BG win until level 50, then it's around 2 levels and goes down as you level up. One issue with the Battlegrounds is that after a few days, many people stopped their XP and started twinking. So if you were some level 10 or 11 player trying to do a Battleground, it was almost impossible to fight levels 14. Similar to any other level brackets, making your experience pretty miserable. But this is nothing exclusive for just Whitemane server. Random Dungeon Finder is popping at any level range, and quests are also decently scripted, but you will find an occasional bug here and there. I mentioned the launch. The server was just playable enough on the launch day. It was nowhere near perfect, but not too annoying. Throughout the time, Whitemane Team has pushed a lot of fixes, fixed stability issues and so on. So if you played on one of the first days and quit, you need to be more patient with fresh servers. And I'm definitely glad I stuck to this one. Currently, Vicious PvP season is active on Whitemane's Maelstrom. It will last sometime until the 9th of August, when the Ruthless PvP season begins. Another great PvP feature on Whitemane are 3v3 solo queue arenas. You can queue up for them straight from your interface when you are not in a party, and the rating for this bracket is shown instead of the 5v5 bracket. Although the solo queue arenas aren't very active, the activity in PvP is great. You have around 10 teams queuing up for 2v2 arenas in the evenings, not so many for 3v3, and I haven't seen any rated battleground action. There is also still no armory or PvP ladders on the website, so I can't check the activity across rated brackets. It is in the works, but I remember this being one of the main reasons why I originally left Whitemane's Wrath of Lich King server years ago, after not having armory and PvP ladder even weeks after the server release. What's the point in playing rated content if no one can see your achievements? Cooldown reset with duels is also in the game now. It is available only in Elwyn Forest for Alliance and Durotar for Horde. I have done heroic dungeons and Baradin Hold raid on the server. Baradin Hold was bugged when I did it on the day it launched. There were some issues with the boss, but we were able to finish the raid nonetheless. It was a priority to fix the bugs there, so I assume it has been done, although I have not visited the raid since. The rest of the raids are open since over a week ago. These are Bastion of Twilight, Blackwing Descent, and Throne of the Four Winds, in both 10 and 25 normal and heroic versions. The next phase, Zulaman and Zul'Gurub dungeons, will release on the 24th of May. The server is fresh and everybody started from level 1. However, transfers from Mograine, the original Whitemane Wrath of Lich King realm, are promised to be available eventually, so you will be able to transfer your old character if you played on Mograine some 2 years ago. When, that is still unknown. Population is huge. The server started at around 3,500 players online in the evenings during the first weeks. Now it's down to some 3,000 players in the evenings according to the in-game count and .server info command, so it has decreased but not by much. It is still by far the most populated and active Cataclysm private server right now, and I think it could more or less hold on to its population now. It's safe to say it will not increase anymore. It might slightly decrease over time, but it is still good enough for any kind of gameplay. Population is mostly European but international. You will find people from major countries if you'd rather play with a tighter home-based community. Some people say Whitemane community is toxic, but if you look at other service communities, it's the same everywhere. World of Warcraft players are just toxic nowadays. Toxic players are also the loudest. You will meet a bunch of friendly people around all the time too. So just focus on the good ones. The responsiveness that I have experienced from Whitemane Team I have never seen anywhere else. And it's not just me because I'm a YouTuber. Every ticket gets answered within seconds or maximum few minutes. Even when the server was brand new with a lot of issues, even then they were prioritizing player support. I myself had to write about 3 tickets and always got it solved super fast. I also appreciate Whitemane's communication on Discord, where they post frequent updates about anything that happens with the server and any changes that the players should know about. Some players have been complaining about getting banned on Discord or in-game for stupid reasons, but that's what you get if you want a non-toxic server. I mentioned that the scripting isn't the best, but it's not the worst either. The quality standards for the best World of Warcraft private servers are extremely high in 2023. But I'm also very understanding of the time and effort it took for Whitemane Team to implement all the great quality of life features. Although they didn't have to care and just throw any of our suggestions in the garbage, they decided to listen to players and make the gameplay on their server better than anywhere else. While most other servers would just say it's not Blizz-like and leave it at that. If you want the best scripted Cataclysm server and that is all you care about, then Twin Stars Apollo would be better suited for you. And lastly, is the server pay to win? It does have a donate shop on the website. The donate currency you get is called Ember Coins. You can buy things like scrolls to skill your professions up to max automatically, services such as rename, appearance, race and faction change, 100% experience boost, heirlooms, various mounts and pets, tabards and toys. You can also buy really cool transmogs. You can sell gold for Ember Coins, so nothing that will give a real advantage in PvP or PvE, maybe outside of the profession scrolls, which give you a little bit of a benefit, but the gold, it lets players get the donated currency without necessarily paying real money, so you can get any item on the shop by playing and making gold, but also leaves room for donators to get gold and buy non-soulbound gear with it, so you could maybe consider that pay to win. I'm not too critical of the donate shop, we have seen way worse on other private servers. Vincent ADK had some really cool ideas and suggestions for what could be changed. You can check out his videos and thoughts on the server on his YouTube channel. Whitemane Team also incentivizes playing on the server through various events, weekends with boosted experience rates, honor or justice point gains. They held a 1v1 PvP tournament even before the server was launched with a live commentary, jumping events, and they have even more planned. As I said, the best Cataclysm private server right now. I like their approach and transparency. They pioneered many great quality of life features, which I would love to see on other servers too. This was just my experience on the server in a nutshell. I have level 2 characters, both on Horde, so I don't have the Alliance perspective, but I have tried to do as much content as possible to give you a good overview of what this server offers. If you have experienced something else or even some of the same that I did, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Alright, let's go to another realm then. Whitemane? We'll check out Whitemane, why not? That's a PvP server.